have I got a story for you. So, one of my audio pals just got a record cleaning machine, probably the best one on the planet being made today. It's called Audio Desk System. That's the name of the company. It's an ultrasonic record cleaning machine, pretty much state of the art. And he got this machine, and he's very excited, and he's collects old records, and he's got new records, and he's cleaning records. He's a happy camper, man. This machine is making a huge difference in the sound of his records, and it's all good. But it made me flash back on when I bought a record cleaning machine, and let's just say it didn't end well. I mean, I don't think I'm overstating the case that I was so traumatized by this early experience with a record cleaning machine in the early 80s. I never, ever, ever wanted to buy another record cleaning machine again. It was not a good experience. So anyway, the Audio Desk System is an ultrasonic record cleaning machine, but the one that I got, and the most common type of record cleaning machine, is basically a record vacuum, where you apply fluid to the surface of the record, a brush of some sort that cleans the record with the solution, and then you have a vacuum which is applied through usually a tube, a horizontal tube that's resting over the record with a slit in it. It sucks the fluid off the record, including the dirt and everything, and your records come out pristine and clean. That's basically the way it works, but not for me. So anyway, I got this machine. I bought it on accommodation. I worked at a store, and I remember the night that I brought it home, and I was prepared. I had a stack of records to be cleaned, like some of my favorite records. This is going to be a revelation. Everything was going to be better. And I should actually say, my system at the time, this is 82, 83, was a Lin Sondek turntable, LP12 turntable with a Lin Itak arm, and probably a Supex cartridge of some type. I had a Spectral DMC-10 preamp. I had a Krell KSA 100 power amp and Snell Type A improved speakers. Great system. It would be a great system today, but it was a great system then, and I was a happy guy. So anyway, so I bring home the record cleaning machine, and I'm not going to say the name of it because I don't want to get sued, because the company is still in business, and you understand. So anyway, I bring home the record cleaning machine, and like I said, I have this stack of records to go, and I'm just cleaning one right after another. And then finally I was done with my task. I cleaned all the records, and then I set about to play the records, right? And I play the very first one that I cleaned, and I said, yeah, this is it. This is what I wanted. Quieter, cleaner sounding records. And then I played another one, and I played another one, and so far so good. And then I played a record, and instead of it sounding better, it sounded worse. It sounded way noisier, like a lot noisier. And I go, ooh, maybe I never noticed that this one was kind of screwed up. So I throw that one aside, and I take out another one, and that one's really bad. And then I pick up the record, and I hold it in my hands like this, and I'm looking at it with light reflecting off of it. And I go, holy crap, there's rings sort of gouged into the grooves. And to cut to the chase here, that this tube with the slit for the vacuum was covered with this material called Delrin, which is hard and smooth. But as it was working, as it was cleaning the records, some of the grit from the record was getting embedded into the edge of the Delrin tube, and then that's what was gouging out my records. And pretty much all of the records after those first few were destroyed. Yikes, this was a big hit, right? Next day I go to work, I call up the store, the company that made the record cleaning machine, and I tell them what happened, and they give me the classic manufacturer's response to any problem. That's impossible. We've never heard of such a thing. But then, and certainly now, I realize that's impossible. I couldn't have been the only unhappy, miserable owner of this record cleaning machine. It had to have happened before. And I should point out that the whole idea of using Delrin lips, as they were called on this tube with the vacuum, it didn't last very long because they were soon replaced with basically velvet, because I wasn't the only person that suffered this fate. This truly traumatic as audiophile experiences go, this traumatic event in my life. So they were BSing, and I had to suck it up because I was between a rock and a hard place. I worked for a dealer, Sound by Singer, one of their dealers, so I couldn't make that much of a stink. Though I did write letters to the Absolute Sound and Stereophile complaining about it, but the letters were never published. So I was screwed, and I never got over it. I never bought another record cleaning machine. That's how bad it was, and that was a long time ago. It was close to 40 years ago. It's like, no, I don't want to take that chance ever again. Now, I have brought records. I put my records over to some of my friends sometimes who had record cleaning machines, and they cleaned, one or two that really needed super duper treatment. But basically, I never ever wanted to own a record cleaning machine. Now, what I do, if I buy like a lot of used records in any one period, and I look at them and I just clean them in the sink. I wash my hands. I buy some distilled water. I pour the distilled water over them. If they're really kind of I might use a little tiny bit of dish cleaning detergent and swoosh it into the grooves. And rinse, repeat. Then shake the records dry, lean them up against a wall. And you know what? It actually makes a significant difference. The same as a record cleaning machine? Of course not. It's not that good. But my technique has never destroyed a record. And for you people who think that pouring water over a record is going to dislodge the label from the record, that's never happened. And I've cleaned many, many hundreds of records that way. I don't know why people think that labels are so flimsily attached to vinyl that they'll just peel right off if you pour water over them. Never. Now, I'm not soaking the records under water. I'm pouring the distilled water over the edges of the record, over the grooves of the record. Anyway, that's my story. Traumatized by a record cleaning machine. I'd like to hear your experiences of how you clean records. If you've had good experiences, please share them. If you've had any horror stories as bad as mine or worse, please list them in the comments section below. But record cleaning machines, obviously, they have a lot of value, and there's all kinds of, there's really affordable ones. There's this audio desk system, which is very expensive. They come in all shapes and sizes and flavors, and many audiophiles who play a lot of vinyl swear by them, so something's up with record cleaning machines, and it's mostly good. That's my story for today. My name's Steve Guttenberg, and I am the Audiophiliac. If you dig these things, subscribe to this YouTube channel. And you can follow my exploits also on Twitter at AudiophiliacMan. I would urge you strongly to check out the playlists on this channel. There's, close to 650 videos. There's rants like this, but there's also headphone reviews and speaker reviews and recommended music reviews, all kinds of things going on here. And it does come up kind of daily. This is the Audiophiliac Daily Show. It comes up 5 or 6 or 7 days a week. So come back often. And if you've gotten this far into the video, yes, check out my Patreon at patreon.com/audiophiliac.